shenanigans.
I am actually walking the ground right now, signing up a lot of membership forms and making sure that the people know that the ILP is part of their family.
With your support, the neglect can come to an end, while an era of performance becomes the new order.
We had experience, we had youth, we had competence, we had enthusiasm, all this wrapped up in one.
I am Crystal Charles. I'm actually the youth speaker of the Independent Liberal Party. Also the candidate for Sangre Grande Northeast under the said party. Well, I'm from Coast Trace to be exact. I grew up in William Trace, which isn't too far from Coast Trace, and I've basically lived in that community for all of my life. I'm faithful to my community. I've had many opportunities to basically leave, but I consider myself to be a daughter of the soil, and I believe wherever life takes me, William Trace, Coast Trace, this environment, Sangre Grande on a whole will always be home. I am a final year student at the University of the West Indies, where I'm studying to become a lawyer. I'm studying to get my LLB before I move on to Hewden Law School. Previous to that, I have studied communication studies at the State University and gender studies. So I've always had this dream of becoming a lawyer, and I decided, well, after having a first degree, I'd probably work my way through law school, and that's basically what I'm doing right now. Presently, I am a teacher at the University of the West Indies Open Campus, where the main subject area I teach is communication studies. I also teach at the Sangre Grande Educational Institute, Communication Studies, Caribbean Studies, and English A. I love teaching. I think it's something I have naturally. I believe in education. I believe that every child should have the opportunity to get an education. So that's basically why I'm so passionate about that. Apart from that, I love working with children. I have my own talent show, it's the Auntie K's Talent Show. It's a replica of the past Auntie K's Talent Show that probably my parents and grandparents would definitely know about. I thought that all children should have an Auntie K's experience. So this show has been running for almost 10 years now, and it's basically the highlight of the summer vacation for children in Sangre Grande. My children have been doing very well. They leave Auntie K's Talent Show, and they take part in other more established entertainment events. One to be exact, one of the main entertainment features in Sangre Grande, Splash. Yes, my talent show winners, they usually perform at the Splash. They perform at Synergy TV, other well-known entertainment television stations. Apart from that, I give back. I tutor for free. I give free lessons. I'm part of a lot of different social groups within Sangre Grande, and I plan to even continue it after being declared councillor. G'day, I'm Crystal Charles. Nice to meet you. I'm the candidate for Sangre Grande Northeast. I'm also checking to make sure that everyone's name is actually on the electoral list to vote on October 21st. So what names are attached to this house? Toddy. You'll carry Providence or Graham Extension? Providence. For the past couple of weeks, I've been walking through my electoral district, Sangre Grande Northeast, and it's really saddening to see some of the things that I've been seeing with my own eyes. I'm Crystal Charles. I'm the candidate for Sangre Grande Northeast under the ILP. Yes, Coast Trace to be exact. Anyways, we also check in to make sure that all names are registered on the electoral list to vote. What are the names? I'm seeing Phil, Rolanda, Simeon, Terry. That's all. She's a Cooper as well? What Cooper?
Eastland.
Okay, so it's not on my list. But I don't mean to say it's not on the official list. In this modern day, we have people still living without running water, without electricity. That's basically in certain areas of northeastern settlement, certain areas of Rose Avenue, Jacob Coates, all these places. We have people, infrastructural development is much needed in this area because the roads are terrible, drains are clogged, some drains need actually building. Okay, so these are basically the major issues. We also have the issue of unemployment. In Foster Road, to be exact, the unemployment level is ridiculous. We have young people that are skilled, that are educated. We have, not just young persons, but even the older ones, and the opportunities to jobs just don't exist. Right. So these are some of the problems that the Independent Liberal Party hopes and really plan to work towards rectifying.
Yes, under the previous regime, I think it was Mercy Nar or Pandey government to get this road paved up to right here, so.
Right there, you see my cut off.
But why they ever say
No help from government.
No help. But why they never did it? Because they think keep telling me that they said it because it's private.
Private road. But it's not private road. I see they pave all over Grandi. Like other Matrak trees.
And this is a little piece.
Matrak trees there. And I private road.
It's private, yeah.
Behind the cemetery there. All in the back where they pave. I drive a taxi, I go all
Yeah, so you know.
all around. And I see road paved where private road, so what are we talking? We live in town, you know.
Well, we will take a note of it. What I did a strategic plans in terms of developing Sangre Grande area, and I went to different communities and I actually took pictures of the roads, drains that need fixing. I'll be honest, I did not come here because I did not know of the problems here.
No, see, we live in the back.
Yeah. But
we have been forgotten.
I could always pass it on to him. Mr. Warner wants to develop Sangre Grande. He has a special interest in Sangre Grande, and if he's willing to work within this community, then I'm welcoming it. And I think the villagers would really appreciate that as well. I always knew that I would enter into the political arena someday. To tell the time, I wasn't able to do so. I've been admiring Mr. Jack Warner for a while, even while he was part of the other party. I've been looking at him and I ask myself oftentimes, if he was aware of his potential as an individual. I looked at him as being a genius. He performs well throughout Trinidad and Tobago, not just in his constituency of Chaguanas West. So I thought that he had the qualities of becoming a great leader. When he introduced his own party, I was very much impressed. I had no intention of becoming a councillor or even being a candidate under the Independent Liberal Party, but I knew that I needed to be a part of that new green revolution. He called upon me as a youth speaker. I took the opportunity and everything basically unfolded from there. But in all honesty, I wouldn't choose any other party, and I thank God for this opportunity that the ILP has given me, because I really wouldn't choose any other party to be a part of.
Yes, they rabbi.
We are always talking about entering the Sangre Grande. And not because I wanted to be in any pageant, but sometimes we have young girls, they're watching it from afar when they grow older and they're saying, I could enter this thing, But I always looking at, these things look good on your resume. So I say, and then she went to school. She came home. I said, here this now, we going for audition later. I said, she what? She audition for what? I said, Miss Sangre Grande, I can already tell the woman, you know. And she, mommy, what you putting me into? I'm not going in there. I say we go in. So I go and I organize everything. I carry on thing there. I don't know what mommy bring me here for. I say, you're going and enter Musaki Granny. So when you grow older, you have no regrets and say, you know, I cannot do that. I always stay with her and we work together. She don't do anything without me. Whatever, she get my advice and if I say you could do it, you could do it. And don't doubt yourself, that is it. But just the support is there. Right? 100%.
This is the example as used. But I like your thing. So he bring nice roses and thing for you initially now. You understand? And after that, he start to beat you and slap you upon a kind of thing. But you say, well, he used to buy nice roses for me, so I would stay here. No. You had to keep up with it. You had to maintain that standard, and if you can't maintain it, well, there's a purpose of sticking around. As a councillor, I plan to work hand in hand with division of the Independent Liberal Party. We have a plan to develop Sangre Grande in terms of its infrastructure, in terms of creating employment, providing basic necessities for the residents of Sangre Grande, water, lights, all of these things. We're gonna start in all areas that has been most affected by such problems. Those areas have been identified so far as, well, of course, the Northeastern Settlement, where infrastructure seems to be a major problem. Also, side roads along the Toko main road, such as Phillipville, Logan Drive, we really need to focus on these areas, although they aren't limited to those areas.
I know people who never voted yet, but walking around saying, I read till I dead. There are people, ladies and gentlemen, who remain faithful to a party and have never seen the MP for the area yet. Take, for example, our own constituency of Togo Sangre Grande. I was always taught in social studies class that MP means Member of Parliament. However, recently, when I myself made attempts to meet with a person assigned to this constituency, I came to realize that MP stood for missing person. I have never been a fan of long-distance relationship. The only man I can support without fear is God. I will not remain faithful to a man who doesn't come to see me. Ladies, will you? I thought so. At the end of the day, you must set aside all other criteria and support who will perform. I know and you know that the ILP, under the distinguished leadership of Mr. Jack Austin Warner, can indeed perform. The ILP office is located conveniently on the corner of Ojo Road and Adventist Street in Sangre Grande. Come and be part of the youth program. The party is interested in hearing your ideas and injecting new blood into Trinidad and Tobago politics. Be part of the Green Revolution. Let your voices be heard. Come and support difference. Come and support change. Come and help effect change. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I consider myself, as I stated before, to be a child of the soil. I'm a community person. My community is responsible for my development, and by saying that, I mean they are actually responsible for sending me to school at times. I remember even at the primary school level, you know, having been born to a young mother, things weren't always ideal, so there may have been times where school has opened and I may not have every single thing that I needed for school. My grandmother, she probably walk the area and would come back with book bags, books, every single thing. So I feel an obligation to basically give back to my community. Being a councillor was not always an intention of mine, but I was called upon by my community to do this. I've been doing a lot of groundwork with children. I've been teaching, I've been tutoring for free. I've been, I'm the host of the only talent show for children in Sangre Grande, because I feel a need for children being able to identify what their talents are and really have them develop. So in terms of developing Sangre Grande, I think that I do have what it takes, and having this opportunity now to actually give back to my community is something that I would never turn down. And under the party, under the Independent Liberal Party, I think that it's even a better opportunity now because I have people with experience. I have Mr. Jack Warner, who is a workhorse, a performance junkie, and he is on my team and he's willing to work through me. So I think this is the perfect opportunity.